Hey folks, welcome back to another Batman animated review. Hope you enjoyed my review of Scooby-Doo Meets Batman last night. That is on my channel right now, if y'all want to check that out. And this time I'm reviewing another Batman animated movie where once again he does team up with Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Inc. gang. And that is, I'm reviewing today, Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold. And this was a fun movie. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, my quick thoughts on that. I thought this was fun. This was hilarious. This was definitely a fun, Scooby-Doo and Batman animated movie. It's off Batman Brave and the Bold, the show that came out, I think 2000, late 2000s, I think. But I did talk about Batman the Brave and Bold on my channel, just the first season. And that show, of course, was corny a bit, I mean, Batman can be serious, though, but, Batman here does look a bit goofy, but this is like, I think that show's inspirational in the 60s Batman show. So this isn't dark, this is okay for your kids to watch. Like I said, if you want them to get into Batman, watch the Batman 60s television series or whatever, I'd recommend it, or the New Adventures of Batman, the old 70s cartoon, or, this movie, or Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, those two episodes, which, those two episodes down there, Scooby-Doo Fair and the Cape Crusader, are on this DVD. I bought this off of Amazon. But, yeah, this was a lot of fun. Like I said, Batman Brave and the Bold, that was when Batman was teaming up with other heroes, so not only do you have the Mystery Inc. in here, but you do have some of Batman's villains in here, his rogues in here, and other DC superheroes that were in the show as well, in this movie. But like I said, it was a lot of fun to watch. Let me go change my phone out real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. Alright guys, I'm coming back. And it's also, it is also a direct-to-video assassination comedy film. It is produced by Warner Bros. Animation, distributed by Warner Bros. Home Entertainment, and the 13th entry in the direct-to-video series of Scooby-Doo films. This film is a crossover between Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold. For the voice cast, you have Frank Welker as Scooby-Doo, Fred Jones, Greg Griffin as Daphne Black Canary, Matthew Lillard as Shaggy Rogers. Of course, he's been playing Shaggy since 2002 in the live-action Scooby-Doo movie when he played Shaggy in that. Kate McCall as Vilma Dinkley, Darius Bader as Batman, John Michael Higgins as Riddler, Jeffrey Combs as Questions. Y'all should know Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator. Well, I know him from The Frighteners, but, he's always got that good, Jeffrey Combs has got that good creepy voice, John Dillon as Aquaman, Mr. Freeze, Nika Ferdinand as Catwoman, Nicholas Guest as Martian Manhunter, Jeff Bennett as Joker, Tom Kenny as Penguin, Plastic Man, Kevin Michael Richardson as Clayface, Detective Chimp, Taylor Strong as Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Fred Tusk as Harvey Bullock. This movie is directed by Jack Castor, I can't say his name right. Screenplay is by Paul Giorno, can't really say his damn name right. Produced by James Tucker, Michael Gillian's Case. Scooby-Doo created by Joe Roby and Ken Spears. Batman created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, produced by Michael Gimlick. It's edited by Christopher Deluxe, Molly Yar. Music is by Michael Nicuston, Lionel Remus, Christopher Carter. It's distributed by Warner Home Entertainment. It was released January 9th, 2018 on DVD and digital, and it's 75 minutes long. It's a pretty short movie. Only 75 minutes long. Pretty much what this movie is about, Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold, is Batman teams up with Scooby-Doo and the gang, when villains from both of their worlds unite to wreak havoc on the city, and also, that they're dealing with this ghost called the, what's it called again? The Crimson Cloak here. who wants revenge on Batman. And the gang, of course, must investigate. Along with the help of the gang, they get like accused of a crime, and they're being pursued by not only Taylor Bullock, but by some of the other fellow superheroes as well. So of course, along with Batman, they must team up with Batman and defeat, find out, defeat this Crimson Cloak to find out, the mystery of who he is. So, yeah. So that's the plot in a nutshell for you. Alright. Also, the plot synopsis for the premise for this movie also, again, Mr. Ringer are inducted into the mystery and list of Gotham. However, things take a turn when a case from Batman's past comes back to haunt him, and it's up to the mystery to get to the bottom of it, also to help him out. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about the movie itself. Give my final opinion on it. Sorry. Hopefully it's not too bad. But I figured I don't need to open my blinds. It's already bright enough in here. I know it's not the best quality ever, but hopefully someday I will have better quality. I want to have better quality. But anyway, Scooby-Doo, Batman, the Brave and Bold. It pretty much opens up, of course, with the Mystery Inc. gang. Scooby and Shaggy on the run from these two ghosts and his puppet. And Shaggy and Scooby are running, and Fred is setting up a trap. Batman shows up to help out, and can't go through and can't face this ghost. Batman, Fred tries to light a match or whatever. He's like, light, afraid of fire? Me, you make your match. Corny line to say. It doesn't have corny line to say, but it's fun. Batman even warns them to leave, let him deal with it, The puppeteer game jumps on, Shaggy and they're running. Fred overpowers the ghost and the hench puppet, and the rest of the gang unmask them, and you find out that it's Martian Manhunter and Detective Shadow and Batman. And you find out it was Batman all along that was testing them. It was a test for Mystery because he wants them to join the ranks, and he said, gives them these scores saying, the Mystery Analyst of Gotham. Then you get a scene later where Batman has to face the Riddler, Catwoman, and Killer Croc, along with Aquaman and the Question. And as they're, having a fight with Catwoman, and, Aquaman says, I want to join the detective. He's like, Aquaman, you're not a detective. Well, I detect things in the sea. He's like, you can't join, I'm sorry. You're not a detective. Aquaman can be funny in here too, Yeah. But, so Batman takes off in his Batmobile. I do like the Batmobile in here, No picture of it, but, Batmobile is pretty cool. So if they say the criminals down, Aquaman has, a giant squid octopus take care of these bad guys. But later on, the Mystery Inc. arrive at the analyst headquarters. They meet Question and Black Canary. Right away, you find out that Fred has a crush. You see, likes Black Canary. And then you meet Plastic Man, who, kind of flushed with Daphne. Aquaman shows up just as a detective, saying, I'm Detective this or whatever, and of course Batman knows it's him. Batman will start with them in the next case with the analyst. Batman, you find out, Batman has this lead, this old case that he never solved, from a long time ago, but Batman doesn't want to talk about it. Then they hear the song from the Gotham Criminal Shorts. So the team eventually go to this warehouse, and of course they split up and search for clues. You have Daphne teaming up with Plastic Man, Fred with Black Canary, Shaggy with Martian Manhunter, and I forget who else. And Velma is with Detective Chimp. And I like when they say, just in case, or something like that, they're both good at solving the cases together, and they're both smart. And I like that moments between the banter between him and Velma. They find out that there's these radioactive isotopes that have been stolen, 4 of them. Then you have this red cloaked figure calling himself the Crimson Cloak, swearing revenge on Batman and Gotham for making him into a ghost. The Crimson Cloak sets the stage on fire. You know, they, had to get out thanks to Plastic Man, who can, stretch his body, is able to turn stuff like into a big ball or whatever to get them out of there. Aquaman puts out the fire. Batman sends the Mystery Inc. to talk to them later at the dinner. You have Detective Hollywood shows them, tells them who you are, and that that they were at the scene of this crime. He has a picture of the Mystery Inc. of the Mystery Machine. And they said, and Batman shows up like, I wonder, Detective, this Bullock, if Commissioner Gordon would be happy like you trying to arrest innocent civilians without a warrant. He's like, next time, Batman, Batman reveals this tale that, many years ago, I think this was like a reference to the Batman comics, like his old costume. Batman stopped Professor Milo, who was making this experiment that was a teleportation technology, like a teleport vortex that can transfer you to another universe, I guess, or something like that. But apparently it killed one of Milo's assistants, Leo Scarlet, and Batman's felt guilty about it ever since. So Batman can assume that Leo is this ghost, is the Crimson Cloak out for revenge. And there will be spoilers in here too, so if you haven't seen the movie, I definitely just don't watch this review. And of course, it's haunted Batman. Like I said, Batman, it is corny and stuff, but Batman can be serious, but yet funny at the same time. Not completely dark and bloody. But I've never seen the full show, just season 1. Some of the episodes of season 1. But I know Batman found the man who killed his parents in an episode, whatever, about a year after him. So there's some little bit serious moments in Batman Brave and Bold. With Batman himself, of course. And Batman also detects it could be either Sam Scarlet or Leo's father, or the Riddler. But they find this note on this paper, and of course it's Edward Nigma, of course, who is aka the Riddler, that he might, Riddler might be involved in this somehow, that the Riddler worked with this professor when he started his career criminal, so Batman and the gang go to the Arkham Asylum, see villains. They have like the villains like Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Two-Faced, not Joker, Scarecrow, the Clock King. All these villains locked up in Arkham Asylum. He questions the Riddler about it, and the Riddler even scares, scares Scooby. Scooby and Shaggy, they want to run out of Arkham Asylum, and that Friend Devin is like grabbing them, like you ain't going nowhere, and then just lets them go. And Scooby and Shaggy end up running into the kitchen, and it was like, ooh, Scoob, look, all these snacks, And of course, as they're cooking up, Crimson Cloak shows up, and he, attacks Batman. He lets loose all the criminals, and Harley shows up. Is like, you're gonna get hit. She gets her hammer, ready to attack them. Poison Ivy's mad because Shaggy wants to eat like a plant or whatever, or a vegetable. And of course, Ivy takes that personal. But they run from the criminals. You have this usual Scooby-Doo chase, but eventually they get out of there. Batman has this like little heater machine that locks the door. Look at Batman, he's the technology. Batman, is going to give Fred a flashlight, a bat light, and Fred, gives his flashlight, and Batman's like, They go to the mystery machine. Well, they find a footprint of somebody who's been up to something. Scooby finds it, and they return to the mystery machine, but they get interrupted by Detective Bullock and the other mystery analyst, who attempt to arrest them because they believe that they stole the isotope. which is planted on in the mystery machine. Even though they're trying to tell them it wasn't them, but for now you are the prime suspects. So, Martian Manhunter, Plastic Man, and Detective Chimp try to arrest them. And Batman and Mr. Inc. make a run for it. They get into the Batmobile. Well, actually, Scooby and the Mystery Machine, Scooby drives, and they said, somebody didn't know how to drive right, because Scooby is a dog, he doesn't know left from right. He's like, Batman's like, Scooby, left! And Scooby turned left, and Batman's like, what do you expect? He's a dog. Eventually, they're able to get to they get trapped. So they have to jump to the Batmobile, which, I like the Batmobile. A nice little chase for the Batmobile. Batman takes the game to the Batcave. Just to analyze, what he can for this case. And, gives Scooby and Shaggy something to eat. And, of course, they end up coming like this. It's a little food, but they chomp it down real fast. Batman goes to investigate the old laboratory to find out what he can. And of course he gets rejoined by Aquaman in question. They refuse to believe that, the false accusations made against him. They said that, Shaggy was the one that stole the isotopes. But of course, one thing Vilma knows is that he doesn't eat donuts. Of course, Shaggy loves to eat. Shaggy just went ignore food. Crimson Cloak eventually shows up and attacks Batman, and Aquaman in question ties him up. Batman tries to get out, but Crimson Cloak is like, now I'm going to get revenge. I'm going to destroy the city and release your criminals. Let them have a field day, and you'll be dead, Batman. He's going to put them in the teleport and the vortex. Vilma analyzes the footprint in this clay, and of course the clay comes to life and attacks the group. Eventually, they overcome it with the Bat dehydrator in the Batcave. They trick it and put it into the machine. They deduce the villain's true identity for themselves, which I'll mention a little later. So, of course, they put on the costumes of Batman and other heroes. Scooby dresses as Ace the Bat Hound. I assume Shaggy dresses up as Nightwing. And Fred puts Batman's original suit on. And Vilma dresses up as Robin. And there was a female Robin, remember? Carrie, Not Carrie Underwood, not the singer, no, I'm just playing. No. Carrie Kelly, I think her name was, from Dark Knight Returns. But anyway, and Daphne dresses up as Batgirl. So, because they show up in those costumes, which I thought was pretty awesome. That was pretty cool. But anyway, they have a fight with them, and as the machine, as the Crimson Cloak does the attack or whatever, Batman saves, gets the Leo guy out of it, saving him, and Scooby helps Batman and biting onto his cape and help grabbing Batman as well. And you find out Clayface admits it was Clayface, but it was shaped from the Riddler, and the Riddler tries to take over whatever, but he was also a decoy all along. And the question is unmasked, of course, as the Riddler the whole time. So Riddler's been the question unmasked the whole time. He had taken the place during the beginning of the fight, So the whole time Crimson Cloak was really a Clayface. But it was all the Riddler behind him. It was the Riddler behind it the whole time. The machine does self-destruct, gets destroyed at the end, but Leo Scarlet gets saved. a long time, Batman feeling happy that he was able to finally save the guy. Batman thanks Mr. Incorporated for their help. They call him a teddy bat, he's a giant softie, but Batman's like, don't tell anybody that. That's our little secret, because he's like, Batman's just a real teddy bear, And he once again thanks them all, and Batman falls up in the night. He's like, Scooby-Doo, you deserve a bat cookie. And he throws Scooby the cookie, but, Shaggy this time catches the food, because there's always jokes where Shaggy would try to get the food and Scooby would always jump and get it, but this time Shaggy gets it at the end, and Scooby's like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, And you have the end credits there, and that's the whole movie. So, yeah. It's not a very long review, because it's not a long film. But, let me give my final thoughts on this movie. But Scooby-Doo and Batman Breaking the Mold. This was a fun movie. This was hilarious. I thought it had a good comedy in it. But to give my final opinion on it, though, I do like the story that they became like the mystery analyst or whatever, and I like them teaming up with Batman. Batman teaming up with Scooby-Doo is always hilarious. Though I would say this is probably better than Scooby-Doo meets Batman. I probably enjoyed this a lot more. I thought the story was better. Of course, I forgot to mention, you do have a chase with the Penguin and Joker. They're in here, but only for a short time. Because they try to chase after Batman and the gang during the Batmobile chase scene, but eventually Batman gets away from them. But, this was a good story, it had good characters, the animation I think is great. Love the animation. Batman was very bold. It's always a really good animation. The new animation for Scooby-Doo, I think it's good. I know Scooby-Doo's teamed up with, other famous, movie characters or TV show characters, or iconic characters, just like Batman. But that's why I thought this would be, again, a perfect time to review this for the Batman Marathon. I know he teamed up with Courage the Cowardly Dog, and, I know they made, Scooby-Doo had a superhero in a movie one time. And the Blue Falcon, I think it was called. But this was a fun watch. The animation is good, the story is good, the voice cast, I think, does a good job. The humor is really funny. It's cool to see other superheroes like Aquaman and the Question in here. He's a good character, I think. Detective Chimp, Martian Manhunter, Plastic Man is funny. And, of course, to see the King themselves, and to see the villains like some of the DC villains like the Riddler, the Joker, the Penguin, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. A lot of them you see in here, Two-Face, Clock King, Scarecrow, And the action, when the action is there, it's silly, but it's fun to watch. The action is fun. It's just like shots of them punching, boom, 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 just flash out to fighting. They get away from Martian Manhunter because Martian Manhunter loves cookies. He's got the Batmobile and Batman puts the cookie. These cookies aren't here. Let's just say Martian Manhunter cannot keep his hands out of the cookie jar. But this was a lot of fun. It's very short. Like I said, 75 minutes. It does not feel like it. Goes by at a really good pace. I get no issues with it. Does the humor always hit the mark? No. Crimson Cloak is a pretty good villain. And I like that the Riddler and stuff was behind it. That was interesting. It's just fun to see. It's just always fun to see Scooby-Doo team up with Batman. This proves that Batman can be different. That Batman can be corny and cheesy, or campy. Doesn't always have to be dark and gritty. Oh, great. A little light there. But Batman doesn't always have to be dark and gritty all the time. No, he does not. This proves, like I say, even this issue of Batman can be different. Anyway. This was a fun movie, so Scooby-Doo, Batman Breaking the Mold. I'm going to give this a thumbs up. And my rating for this film is 5 out of 5 stars. I love this. This was a lot of fun to watch. If you're a Batman fan and a Scooby-Doo fan like I am, definitely I recommend watching it. It's on HBO Max. If you can't get it on DVD. If you have HBO Max, definitely give it a watch. I'd recommend it. It's a lot of fun to watch. if you like Batman Breaking the Mold, or you're just a period if you're just a Batman fan, or like I said, you like Scooby-Doo, you know, you're a fan of Scooby-Doo, then I definitely recommend it. You know, you can say it's for kids, but hey, I can do a kid stuff like this. I can still have fun, you know. And ain't nothing wrong with enjoying this. It's just fun. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, 5 out of 5 stars for Scooby-Doo, Batman Breaking the Mold. This was a great movie in my opinion, definitely. I thought it was awesome, I loved it. But I can't think of any issues I have. I mean, does the humor always hit the mark? No. You know. And maybe you didn't need Joker and Penguin in here. I think I could have done without them. We already seen them in the cartoons. You didn't really need them in here. You know, they probably in Batman the show, but you didn't need Joker and Penguin in here. I think you could have done without them, you know. But despite that, though, I'll let that. It's just, I say I have a problem with it. It's one of my, you know, my problems, though. Some of the humor doesn't hit the mark. Doesn't always seem to be funny all the time. But I do like seeing the gang dressed up as, you know, Batman sidekicks. And this was just overall fun, you know. You know, my problems with it can outweigh that, you know. To just have fun. It's just a fun watch. I put a smile on my face, and it's very enjoyable to sit through, you know. Like I said, only 75 minutes, goes by a quick pace. So, yeah. Remembering once again, it's 5 out of 5 stars, and a thumbs up for Scooby-Doo, Batman the Brave and the Bold. Alright guys, tell me in the comments down below, what did you think of Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold in your opinion? Are you a Scooby-Doo fan? And do you like Batman Brave and the Bold? And also, what did you think of this movie in your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, the next Batman review, hopefully I can do one sometime this noon or evening or whatever. I don't know if I'll go for another one. It depends on how I feel, guys. But I'll go ahead and show you the next Batman animated review. This time we go back to the darker version of Batman. You know. And this is where Batman faces Jack the Ripper. So this is Batman in the 1800s. And my next Batman review will be Batman Gotham by Gaslight. So this will be next. Alright guys. So look forward to my review of Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which is next. I'll post it in the community post. So look out for that. Alright guys. Hope you let me know what you thought of it, and you can let me know in the comments down below what do you think of Scooby-Doo and Batman Breaking the Mold in your opinion. And I hope you look forward to the next Batman animated review, which is Batman Gotham by Gaslight. So thanks for watching guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.